Okay, I'm gonna log in as Joel Feracho, guys. This is a demonstration account. Although it's a demonstration account, it works exactly as a replica. It works exactly as a replica of a live account, okay? I got Joel Feracho at the top. Joel, so if you're watching this, sir, we're just gonna scroll down here and do what? Put in 3 names of information. Let's do Robert Reed. Robert Reed at coopdemo.net. We got Danny Joe at coopdemo.net. Last but not least, we have Fred, lawyer, at demo.net. Okay, this is just as if Joel just activated an account for Robert, Danny, and Fred. Now I'm gonna copy Robert here, and I'm gonna hit invite. And literally, ladies and gentlemen, instantly, instant withdrawable money is going to be available in Joe's account. Complete ownership. It goes to his co-op wallet where he has access to his wallet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. There are no holds on your money to access it. The only thing is, in order to withdraw your money, the company only requires you to have at least $50 in there and you withdraw it. Okay? But do you see what happened? All he did was what? Open up the 3 accounts. And what happened? Bam. Do you think if I go over to anybody's company, my initial participation, without me selling anything, without me having to market anything, we're just opening up 3 accounts on the blockchain and wham, bam, thank you, man. You see why everybody's so fired up? Because again, we're not on trial anymore. We're not in the convincing stage anymore. This is what the world is going to do from this day forward. We are going to be what the world does. We are being what the world does. So don't feel this is something that we're going to convince anyone of. We don't have to convince anymore. This is why I want you guys to take a screenshot. Because think about it. Like I just had Miss Tina and them take screenshots. Tina took a screenshot. Mike took a screenshot. Joel took a screenshot. My grandfather told me, guys, if it walked like a duck, and somebody say it quacked like a duck, and somebody say it waggle like a duck, another person says it has a beak and feet like a duck, then it's not a chimpanzee. It is a duck. So all of them cannot be lying to the credibility or just to the performance that is not going to work. It was almost, let me give you an illustration. Let's say you had 4 people that were just dry mouth thirsty. 4 people. One at a time, they would go into this back room and they would come out with water. So the first person went in there, came out with some water. The second person went in there, came out with some water. The third person went in there, came out with some water. Should the 4th person have any apprehension or any doubt or any anxiety that when he or she goes in there, they're not coming out with any water? After the first 3 just went in there and came out with water? Guys, I'm just trying to make it plain that the cash flow on that GPS, on the cash flow GPS chart, these amounts are coming to us. It is by default. It is by default. It is not up for guessing. It is not up for chance. It is by default that from this day forward, all these amounts are coming to us. It is unavoidable for us to receive it. Another way of saying that, it is inescapable. Whether if you are a church, a charity, a foundation, a person, or a business. It's just this being strategically duplicated. And even though we're diversifying our efforts, diversify, meaning everyone's just doing that one time, but it is collectively, see all these people? Collectively raising everybody's results. So you started at 260, then your friends got 260, you went 380. Your friends went 380, you're 870. Your friends with 870, you're 2,490. Your friends at 2,490, you're at 5,380. Your friends are at 5,380, you went to 1,719. Your friends with the 1,719, you went to 41,830. Your friends with the 41,830, you went to 107,440. Y'all see, that's by week 8. If it was taking everybody a week. This is with each and every person. You taking a week, then your 3 taking a week, then the 12 taking a week, then the 39 taking a week. Then, because everybody's taking a week. A week. And we're having people do it in a day. A day. And ask any of them, ask anybody, when I did this, did I not receive this or receive this? You're not going to be able to. You're not going to be able to. I haven't seen anything in my life so straightforward, so simple, so catered for the masses. And so over here, guys, we're not about the number effect. We are about the simplicity effect. Because duplication doesn't come through a rank or a pen. Duplication doesn't come through doing the large numbers. Duplication comes through how simple was it for any and everybody to get the result? How simple was it for the newest of the newest, whether they came in 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Folks, do you know? I want you to see where this is going to go. Please stop seeing this as, will it work? See, there's going to be 2 kinds of people. People that seek out reasons it's going to work, and then people who seek out reasons why not to do it. You're either going to seek out the reasons to do it, or you're going to seek out the reasons not to do it. And I really don't spend a lot of time with people that are going to spend time thinking of the reasons not to do it, because you're going to convince your own self. And I'm fine with that. I'd rather just have you move out of the way as quickly so then we can get the person that needs to be in the spot in the spot. Now, I'm not up here saying, timing and position, because we're not about timing. This is a different animal. See, when they just talk about strictly timing and positioning, that means you're subject to saturation in the long term. Here, there is no timing and positioning, matters not. Now, we do say you could be a whole lot further along if you went ahead and got started now. we are saying that, right? Like, there's a lot of people that's been sitting in the group. You could have been a whole lot further along. And I heard somebody say this. The person that you don't help out in this situation will be that same person one day is going to come to you asking for a bailout. Let me say that again. The person that you don't put this information in front of to help them out, maybe a week or weeks later or months later, will be that same person the family or even you are going to have to bail out. Why not we come together and we run this strategic play where it's only involving you opening up 3 accounts, ladies and gentlemen. So we're in as Joel, okay? So I'm gonna log out as Joel, and I'm just gonna do 1 account just to keep this recorded video short. Okay, it logged me out. Well, that's fine. Oh, no, it didn't. That's where I wanted to go, right? Let me put in Robert now. So Robert, I just opened up, who Joel's account just opened up an account for. Okay? You see Robert Reed. What is Robert Reed gonna do? Just open up 3 accounts. He can do it for a church. Let's do Freedom Church. Okay? Freedom Church. At coopdemo.net. Again, I'm just gonna do 1 just for the sake of time here. Hit invite. Okay? Guys, look at that. 8750, 875. If you add 875 3 times, you come to 2625. When you add 8750 3 times, it's 262.50. Okay? So I'm just gonna do 1 account. But I want you to see how soon did Robert Reed receive results? Instantly. How soon did Joel receive results? Instantly. Let's go log back into Joel and see if Joel, remember he was at 262, right? Go back into Joel. Joel. Every single time. Every single time. Every time, anytime, all the time. Evolving from Joe from this day forward, it is unavoidable for Joe to receive sustainable, reliable cash flow from this day forward. It is inescapable. And once he has his 3, he's not required to do anything else, ever. Not next week, not next month, not next year. Let's go back to the login screen. Now remember, Joel right now is at what? He's at 275 and 27.50, right? We're in Joel's account. Let's go back to the login screen. And let's log into that account of Freedom Church, okay? This was the account that Robert Reed opened. Remember, Robert Reed was at 87.50. Okay. Freedom Church, okay? Not gonna do, well, Henry Bird at coopdemo.net. I think I may have spelled Henry Bird wrong. Got it? Let's do Patricia Collins. Patricia Collins at coopdemo.net. And let's do one final product. Let's do Yolanda Cummings. Yolanda Cummings. at coopdemo.net. And these are the last ones I'm gonna do. Okay. So that's just like Freedom Church just gave each of those individuals a $25 activation token, and Freedom Church instantly received instant withdrawable money. And from this day forward, as each of those three are going to do the same amount of times that Freedom Church did this, which is what? One time. Do they ever have to repeat it? No. If they're receiving so many royalty payments, do they have to do anything else? No. What about anybody else? If they start receiving too many payments, do they have to do anything else? No. And continuous residual cash flow will be coming to them and into their lives, right? So everyone receives their own private co-op wallet that only they have access to. That's where all your money goes, right there. And you have access to withdraw it. There's no holds on your money. Now, let's go back to, I love what I do, guys. That's why I do this. I love what I do because I know I'm helping the masses of people. There's no doubt in my mind. Robert Reed. Remember, Robert was at what? 87.50. Yes, he was. Because he was. Now, he's at 12.50 up here, 125 down here. Guys, you literally just saw me go into all three of these accounts. And it only lasted this long because I did too much talking. But you literally saw close to $300 in Joel's account, $125 in this account, and close to $300 in Freedom Church's account. You should think about that. This is all three of these accounts receiving cash flow. That's never going to stop. But look at this. So see, instead of these people competing for, and it being every man for himself, we're all collectively coming together. We're all collectively coming together. And this is taking place. Let's log back into Joel. Joel's at what? 275, right? Joe Feracho. It's never going to stop, guys. So when I put out these signs and says, okay, putting no more limits, no longer will your cash flow be on chance. Let's quit with our cash flow being left up for gambling. This is operating on the blockchain. We are creating the infrastructure. We're creating the community just through opening up 3 digital banks on the blockchain. And as it evolves from you, this strategic duplication of everybody doing 3 one time ever has everyone receiving over and over and over again. And it's unavoidable for them to receive it. It's inescapable. Is my music on? I haven't done this in a while. I want to do it today. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna let Google tell us. My phone is blowing up, man. I'm gonna let Google tell us the definition of unavoidable, okay? Unavoidable.
Here's the definition of unavoidable. Not able to be avoided, prevented, or ignored. Inevitable.
Inescapable.
Here's the definition of inescapable. unable to be avoided or denied.
I like that word better. Inescapable.
Here's the definition of inescapable: unable to be avoided or denied.
Unavoidable.
Here's the definition of unavoidable: not able to be avoided, prevented, or ignored, inevitable.
Tell me what entity would like to have ongoing residual cash flow that is undenied, certain to happen, unavoidable, inescapable. I'm learning some big words as I'm doing. Guys, that's it. I gotta get myself ready and head to a football game. But guys, this is what I do. This is what we do. Okay. I'm gonna stop my recording here. Where do I go?